Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me to yet another episode on content creation on this channel. This is the third segment that we're going to be talking to you a lot more on the journey of content creation. So we started previously with whether creativity is teachable, whether equipment really matters. We've talked about target audience, how to better harness target audience for making sure that your content goes viral, making sure that your content is specific to specific people. So, and also mastering the niche and how to properly utilize it. Today, I just want to urge you who've not yet subscribed to this channel to please consider doing that before we continue. And if you've already subscribed and you've been a member to this channel, I want to thank you so much for supporting me through this journey. So today I'm going to be talking about something very important, something which I believe is the engine of your content. The content that you're creating needs to be driven by something we call a story. So what is a good story? How do we come up with good stories? What aspects should be considered when you're coming up with a story for your programs? I'm going to be giving an example of one of the latest Netflix films, which is called Red Notice. I watched it a few days ago. And when you watch it objectively, you come to realize that most of these blockbuster movies, advertisements, these series that are being watched and entertained and consumed by majority of people, they have one thing in common, and that is a story. How do they achieve this? There are some few things that I actually narrowed into, and there are actually 7 aspects that you need to look into when you're doing your productions. We will say that the days whereby an advertisement is promoting a product by mentioning that product in the clip are long gone. So those are history, where you have product A being mentioned severally so that you promote it. Nowadays, people use stories so that people can engage in the product by just watching the story, and then there is something called a product placement, whereby the logo or the name of that product is just placed somewhere that your subconscious self gets to notice it, and then naturally will be triggered into getting that kind of a product. So it's through a story that people interact with the content that you produce. And these are the seven most important things to consider. Number 1, you must have a central question. The central question is driven by the intention and obstacle, because a story needs to create drama. A story needs to be engaging, and the character that is driving this particular story needs to contact with these conflicts and this drama so that the obstacles can be overcome. Without an obstacle, the story is not going to be engaging. When you see the story of in this film that I'm talking about, Red Notice, you have a group of people, 3 people who are thieves. They are known to be thieves. One is trying to act like an FBI agent in the cover of an FBI agent, but is actually a thief. The other one has already stolen severally. He's known to be a leader in global theft, international theft. So they are stealing Cleopatra's egg, and they're moving from point A to another point where they're going to be auctioning it in black market. The intention is, how do I steal this egg? There are 3 in number, and then take it to this leader who is going to present it as a wedding gift to his daughter. When I give the 3 eggs, I'm going to get rewarded by a certain number of quantity of money. We already have the intention. We have the central question is, how am I going to steal this egg from a very secure location and deliver it without being caught and then get the money? So we have the question, central question. Now the obstacle number 1 is, there is a lot of security involved, whereby you're going to be stealing this precious commodity from this point and deliver it to another point, different country, different time zones. And there are also Interpol, those kind of security agents who are going to be tracking all your movements. So that is an obstacle. And you see the conflicts coming in and character changing from point A to point B. It keeps you engaged into watching that kind of a story from start to the end. So you have, the first thing is a central question. The second thing is an obstacle. We have an intention and obstacle. Then we have tension arc, whereby from scene A to scene B until we find something that is called a climax, there is a lot of drama that is happening. We're finding these guys being arrested, they're taken to prison, they're being... You see all this kind of repetition in several other films. The idea is that is the basic structure of a story. If you master that, then you'll be able to create content that is engaging and easy for people to interact with. People will remember stories, but if you just give pieces as if it's pieces of journalistic nature, people don't remember that. They remember stories because stories are deep-rooted into our own intellectual being. The other aspect is now the climax is where we get the questions. The central question is being answered, that actually this person who was playing as an FBI agent is actually one of the biggest thieves who is partnering with this other lady. So we have 3 global thieves who've partnered to continue stealing this kind of things, these ornamentals and luxurious commodities to do international trade. And then after that, we have a resolution where they come together and then they say they're going to be continuing to do this kind of stealing, global theft, and do their trades illegally. That is really engaging, and it keeps you glued to your screen because it was interactive, it was intense. There was lots of obstacles, there was drama, there was how these people overcome those kind of things. Do not overdo it, of course. Use creativity to limit yourself to certain levels whereby your character cannot overdo, because over-exaggeration is also not good. Try to be creatively involved into making sure that your character delivers what is intended for them. So with that 7 principles, we have a resolution at the end of it. With that 7 principles, you will be able to master the basic nature of a story structure. And with that, I'm going to stop here and wait for you in another episode. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Support. It helps. Comment and share. It helps to increase the algorithm nature of this channel, and then we can continue creating more content.